I'm back at my usual spot. Got my chainsaw in there and a bunch of other stuff. I'm going to camp here tonight. I'm going to go back to where the abandoned camp was that I found. Clean that area up and I'm going to camp out there. But it's a long haul from the parking lot, so I brought my little wagon to haul everything back there. So here we go. This is why I brought the chainsaw, so I can get my wagon through here. I gotta clear out quite a few trees. I just noticed tent peg there. Somebody's camped back here. Like I said, there's some scat there. Is that deer? No? Yeah, there's deer. Somebody's been back here camping, and it looks like a great spot, but I'd rather be over where that camp got abandoned just to see what happens. I'm not going to have Wally out here with me tonight. I'm going to be by myself. So we'll see what happens. Thought I'd come back here and check my rock stack while I'm here. I stacked this up a while back. Looks like this one round rock right here. Pretty sure I had it right there on that lower shelf. Pretty sure I had it right there. Now it's over there. Either had it there or on top. Wally's. Wally saw something, probably a squirrel, the way he's carrying on. Probably a squirrel. Anyway, just thought I'd come back. I was gonna camp back here, but I mean, this is a nice little spot right here. But considering there's a camp over there that got abandoned, I'm wondering if something ran them out of there. So that's where I want to go. See if something tries to run me out. Looking at this over here, almost looks like a little structure right here. That don't look natural. I think all them sticks got put there by somebody or something. That don't look natural. The one time I come back here, I was over that way more, but that's where we heard something crashing through the trees there, breaking limbs. I shouldn't say crashing. Something was moving and breaking sticks, making a lot of noise. Although for some reason, there was a plane flying over right at that moment, but I couldn't really hear it on the recorder very well. So we made our way back there. That's that time that me and Wally, it's on that video called The Gifting. And part 1 is where we made our way back there. It's kind of a swampy area. And then there was a big hill, and we tried climbing that hill. And I was halfway up the hill, pretty steep. Got into some briars, and I was hanging onto a tree to keep from falling backward. And something walked up behind me. And because I was hanging on that tree, I couldn't really turn around and look. I don't know what it was. Wally started going nuts. I never heard it leave, though. I heard it walk up, and Wally started going crazy. And I had to get out of those briars before I could back out of there. And by the time I got turned around and back down, I didn't see anything, so I don't know what it was. May have been a deer. Might have been curious and came up there to see what I was doing. Anyway, I'm gonna put this rock stack back, see if anything messes with it. I think I had it. Right there. Whoa. Nope. Oh. Better put it on top. Okay. Right there. Well, that was the job. Clearing all them trees out of the way to get back here with this wagon. I had cut about 6 or 7 trees. Maybe more than that. It was at least 6 or 7. And you see, this is that camp. When I first found it back here, that tent looked pretty new. And that canopy looked brand new. I mean hammock, not canopy. That hammock looked like it was brand new. And they got lights they hung up here. Hung lights up in the trees. Had lantern, a couple of them. There's a kid's backpack over there. Marble. Looks like it was a little girl maybe. And nice gym bag. It was, not now, but it was. But when I first come back here, all this looked new, looked like it just been set up. So I kind of left it. I didn't come all the way back because it looked to me like somebody was back here. So every time I would come back, I would look, and I kept seeing it. But then after like a month or so, I could tell nobody's back here. So I went, checked in the tent, make sure there wasn't a dead body in there. And I don't know, somebody left all this. You see, I had a campfire going, got a nice fire ring, beanbag chair, another little beanbag chair over there. I don't know. So that's where I'm going to camp tonight, is right here. I'm going to try to clean up this mess, haul it out of here. That's why I wanted to bring the wagon. So, we'll see what happens. I'm wondering now, I set up my tent in the exact same spot where the other tent was. I moved the other tent, set mine up right there. Fire rings right here. I'm wondering now, as I'm looking at things, there's a bucket under that tree. I'm wondering if this tree fell. The tent was right where my tent is. And they had a bucket there. It looks like it got smashed. So I'm wondering, maybe this tree got shoved over right by their tent, and that's why they left. I don't know. All right, I'm gonna run back to the house, drop Wally off, grab me something to eat. There's one recorder right there. And the other one is on my headphones, which are, if I can do this, they're right there. So if anything comes around the tent while we're gone, or while I'm gone, I'll get a recording. Something carrying on back in there. I don't know what it is. I guess this recorder here is picking it up pretty good, I imagine. Well, I gotta get home, drop him off, grab me something to eat, and get back here before dark. Still hearing something back in there. Not sure what it is. See how many trees I had to clear. There's 2 right there. That one is not really in a trail, so I was able to get by it. But I had to cut them 2. Had to cut this one. Had to cut that in a couple pieces to move it. Had to cut this one, a couple pieces to move it because it was pretty big. Hope they don't start riding their quads back here since I cleared it. I don't know if you heard that back there or not. There's something carrying on back there. See if it does it. There, it just did it, but hard to hear it. I had to cut this one. Moved it out of the way. Had to cut this one up here. Had to cut this one up here. Yeah, I'll never get back here and clear this trail. It's had trees across it since I first started coming. This is the first time it's been cleared because I did it. They don't maintain these. They do a little bit on the other side, but they don't maintain them over here. Back here anyway. Had to clear several right here. Had to clear this one. Had to clear that one. Move it over there. Had to clear this big one up here. And I think that was it. They did clear this one. This one was already cleared. That's as far as they went. Wow, that's fell since last time I was here. Heading back to campsite. I thought I heard a wood dock way back in here as I was coming in. Wasn't a real loud one, but it sounded far off too, like it was back in here quite a ways. It's pretty much dark now. It's 6 o'clock, or just about 6 o'clock. I think it's January 8th. I was hoping to get back in here before dark, but none of this went like I had planned. So I wanted to come over here yesterday and clear this path. And then come back this morning and start cleaning up the camp. And then I would have had plenty of time, but it didn't work out. It's only going to be warm for today, probably tonight. So I'm only going to be able to camp one night. That's my first time camping back here. First time being back here at night. I noticed this tree is laying over. I don't know if it's dead because it's laying over or if it was already dead and wind blew it over. Kind of looks like it's up out of the ground. Over here's my camp. At least I was able to get a little bit of wood cut up before I left. Get a little fire going. Sprinkled a little bit while I was gone. Hope it didn't mess up my recorder that I left out. Wasn't supposed to rain. You know how that goes. My headphones hanging on this tree over here with the recorder on it. But hopefully the tree kept the water off mostly. Yeah, they don't feel too wet. Get this headphones on so I can hear. All right, I'll check back in after I get a fire going. I'm here at my usual spot. This is the first time I've camped out here. I don't think you're really even supposed to camp out here, but oh well. I found this abandoned campsite about a year ago. There's a lot of stuff that they left. I mean, they left a tent that looked fairly new. The canopy looked new. Lanterns, lights hanging in the trees. Beanbag chairs. Backpack for a kid. And a real nice gym bag. Clothes. Everything. They left it all. So, I don't know. It's kind of weird. Like they got run out and didn't want to come back to get their stuff. I thought somebody was here for a long time. When I first noticed it, it all looked pretty new. And then every time I would come on this side, I would walk down here and look. And yeah, it's still there. I didn't want to walk back here because I thought somebody was camping. And then after like a month, I could tell nobody's been back here, so I walked over here and looked in the tent, make sure there wasn't a dead body in there. And yeah, everything was left. And it's all dilapidated, it all fell down. the tent and the hammock. So I moved the tent, and I got my tent right behind me in the exact same spot. I put it right where the other one was. So just lucky to get a break here in January, first week of January, and get some nice warm weather. So figured I'd get out here while I can. Probably only be one night, but be interesting just to see if anything happens, which I'm not expecting anything, but I got my recorders going just in case. I got my wildlife acoustics recorder in a tree over here, and I changed the setting on it for 24 hours. It's not just sunset to morning, it's just all the time, it's just on. So because I left earlier, I came over here and I had to clear the path to get back here with I got a little wagon. I don't know if you can see it over there, but I had to take my chainsaw and cut a bunch of trees out of the way to get that wagon back in here. It's about 3/4 of a mile from the parking lot, so I didn't want to have to carry everything and make multiple trips. Plus, my wife dropped me off. My car's not even out there. If I get run out of here, I'll have to call her to come get me. But yeah, it took a while to get all that cleared, all them trees cut, and then I hurried up and cut a bunch of wood up back here, some stuff that was already on the ground. I cut a bunch of limbs off and everything, cut them into smaller sizes and stacked them up there so I could have something to have a fire with. So I got my fire going now. It's only like 6:30, I think. It's not very late. Just got dark a little while ago. So that's what's going on. Well, that was quite a night. Oh boy. It rained. The wind blew really hard all night. This tent is shot. It used to have these pieces of tape on all the seams that kind of made it waterproof, I guess. Well, they all came off. When I was putting the tent up, they were all falling off of it. The wind blew really hard. It blew the fly. I didn't even realize it because it's so dark. It blew it off, so the water was just running in. Puddles everywhere. I'm soaked. Luckily, the only thing that really saved me is have this really thick blanket right here. I mean, it's real thick. And I just pulled it over me. It kept me halfway dry because it was raining in the tent through all these seams. All the seams were leaking. Yeah, this tent is done. Last time using this tent. Everything's wet, especially me. Worth it. Look at the puddles. So now I'm gonna try to pack some of this stuff up. That's the fun of squatching, I guess. That was a rough night. Everything's soaked. Tent was falling down. This wind blew the fly part way off, so all the water was just running right in, all the rain.